Hello everyone and welcome back to KTB Creates. Today I'm going to bring you some fun fall Dollar Tree DIYs that cost $5 or less. The first one we're going to do is a little Hello Fall sign. So you need one of those shadow boxes from the Dollar Tree, and you're just going to remove the center piece from it and set it to the side. Using the Waverly chalk paint in white, I'm just going to paint the whole side along with the trim and all of the edges, and I did 2 coats of it. Then taking my pumpkin orange apple barrel acrylic paint, I am going to paint one of those little pumpkins that come in the pack of 5, and I'm just going to simply paint that all over with good coverage. I think I needed 2 coats for it. You just need to do the one side. And then I'm going to take these stickers that I got from the Dollar Tree. I'm actually going to be painting them. I'm going to use the letters that spell out Hello Fall, and I'm going to paint them in my burnt umber. And I got this tip from Kat, from According to Kat. She has a great YouTube channel, so go check her out. But I'm just going to paint the letters because obviously I don't want little flowers. And I'm going to do some brown paint on them. So I thought that was a really cute little trick to, make the letters what you want them to be. So I'm going to paint the stem with the burnt umber as well, just to give it a little bit more dimension. And then you're going to take some of those wood Jenga blocks from the Dollar Tree. I'm just gluing 2 together, and I'm just going to set them in the middle of the shadow box with hot glue, and that's what you're going to place the pumpkin on. Now, I'm taking my Hello Fall letters, and I'm using a ruler to try and get them straight on this little pumpkin. It's a nice way to make sure that the letters are nice and straight. Although I still think I put them on a little crooked, but I think it's a little bit easier this way rather than sticking them on one by one. This was a great tip from Jen over at A Little Bit of Calm and Crazy. So then I'm just going to use some twine and make a little twine bow just to cover that little circle in the pumpkin stem, and I'm just going to hot glue that to my pumpkin. I also lost the footage on this, but I did add dry brush some brown paint around the edge of the pumpkin and the actual sign just to distress it a bit. And this is how it turned out. I love it. It's really something quick and easy, but it adds just a nice little splash of color for the fall. And I'm happy with the way it came out. So let me know what you think. So on to DIY number 2. We're going to use this wood pumpkin, some Spanish moss, and you're just going to grab some floral stems of your liking. I'm going to go with the neutral theme here, and I'm going to start out by staining the pumpkin with my Waverly Antique Wax. You could also use burnt umber mixed with a little bit of water if that's what you choose to, but I had this on hand, so I decided to use this. I wanted to go with real earthy tones and very natural rustic tones, so that's why I decided to stain it. However, you can paint it if you choose to do so, but I liked the way this looks, being that it was a wood sign. So then after you're done staining the pumpkin inside and out, I had some extra leaves hanging around from other stems and things like that. So I'm applying those. I'm just hot gluing them to the side of the pumpkin. Again, just to give it more of a realistic look. And then I'm taking some twine and I'm going to hot glue that around the stem to add some interest to the stem and to cover the hot glue that I used to glue the leaves on. Just be careful you don't burn yourself like I did. So next I'm gonna take some of that Spanish moss and I'm gonna like kind of twist it so that it stays together a little bit better. And I'm just gonna hot glue some of that along the front and the sides. Again, just to give it some extra interest and some fun. You could probably do reindeer moss as well if you want it to add a splash of color with green. But I liked this more rustic look for it. And then I just used some of those globe flowers and those daisies. I loved the neutral look of them. And like I said, I was going for a rustic neutral palette with it. And I love the way this one came out. I do like my third DIY. It's probably my favorite. But this is a close tie with it. I just think it came out so cute. So for the third DIY, we're going to do a fall banner. So you're going to need some twine, some of that lace ribbon, a pack of the little wood pumpkins, and some burlap leaves. Now, I did end up using lighter burlap leaves than those, and I'll show you that. But first, I'm going to go ahead and I actually made a stain with my burnt umber just to show you how that looks as well. So I just mixed it with a little bit of water, and I'm going to apply that evenly to the front of all of the 5 pumpkins. So next, like I said, I decided to use these lighter leaves. You could choose whatever color you want. And I took a Sharpie or a marker, and I'm just kind of drawing in the little veins that you would normally see on a leaf. Again, just to make it look more realistic, I guess. I don't know, I just thought they were too plain without it. So there's really no rhyme or reason here. Just kind of stick them on the way you see fit, going up to the leaves. Then I'm gonna take some Waverly chalk paint in plaster. It's a little bit of an off-white color, mixing it with some water. Now this was a really watery mixture. You probably don't need as much water as I used. But I'm just gonna simply apply it to the edges of the leaves to give it some definition, and so they stand out a little bit more against the wall or the cabinet where you're hanging it on. Now you could apply it as lightly or as heavy as you want, depending on the look that you want. If you want it obviously more drastic and to stand out more, you're gonna apply more. But if you wanna just do it a very subtle look, you just need one thin layer of it. So then I'm gonna take the little strings that came with the wood pumpkins, and I am simply going to put that, I think they call that like a slip knot on it, so it kind of dangles in the right way. I'm gonna take some of the lace ribbon and we're just gonna do a simple little bow, and that we're gonna use to glue onto the little pumpkins to cover the little hole in all of the pumpkins. And they came out so cute. I'm excited with how this looks. Let me know what you think, but I think this is my favorite. It's very subdued, it's very neutral. You can add color to it if you want, but like I said, I was going for a very neutral look. This is probably my favorite. I really do love how this came out, and it looks great against my black cabinet, but you can use it for a fireplace or wherever you want it to add some fall decor. I love the way it came. Please let me know in the comments below what you think and which one is your favorite project. I always love to hear your feedback. Thank you so much for joining me today. And if you do want to see how I did this buffalo check ball jar there, I will leave that video in the end cards, so you can check that out as well. That was a really fun project. So thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed all of this. Go ahead and click that like button, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you and have a wonderful day.